Good day, everybody. We have kind of a strange looking initial condition here, but if you look at what we're trying to find the value of, it appears to be related, sort of. So let's see if we can solve this algebraically. Now, the initial condition can be rewritten like this, to where we get just a single fraction. This sort of, they call it cross multiplying, not technically correct. It's finding a common denominator, which by default is xy. And so we get y minus x over xy is equal to 63. Now notice you can rewrite this. When you do the simplification down here and the factoring down here, you see that it's useful to rewrite this piece right here as y minus x over 63 is equal to xy. And that's simply because xy is just present in the original expression that we're trying to find the value of. Okay, so the rest of this, again, is fairly routine algebra. Now notice how this minus sign appears here. Nothing changed in the denominator, but remember, when you do minus a fraction, you can rewrite the fraction two different ways, actually. You know, if you have minus a fraction, that means the same thing as either minus a over b or a over minus b. And I think I opted for the second one. See, this sometimes is confusing knowing what to do here, but you could do it either way, I suppose. But I'd opted to change the sign in the denominator, or change the direction of this difference, okay? So the y minus x's will cancel out, okay? And you can see what we're going to do right here. We know that we know that this xy is equal to y minus x over 63, which is this statement right here. So hopefully the steps are clear. Now, assuming y is not equal to x, we can cancel those out. In other words, you can divide through the numerator and denominator by y minus x, which is equivalent to multiplying by 1, believe it or not. Okay, so this is equal to minus 1, or well, there's no need to, I'll just say it for emphasis. It doesn't really help much. But we'll have 8 plus 1 over 63. You know, again, I'm just emphasizing the minus sign means the same thing as minus 1. It's not necessary to write that down, of course. So we have this all over 5. Okay, now, so we'll just go back to our standard mode here. This is minus, the common denominator by default in the numerator is 63. So 8 times 63 is 504. So what you have here is minus 505 over 63 all over a bigger fraction, so to speak, of 5. A complex fraction, I guess you call it. Okay? And so, folks, this is just the same thing as, let me come over here and write, well, I guess I'll just, do we have room here? That's equal to, what, 101 minus 101? Minus 101 over 63. Right, folks, because again, this 5 divides 505 to give you 101. We retain the minus sign. So this is our answer, minus 101 over 63. Notice this is one of these standard sort of problems where we never found the values of x and y. I guess there's an infinite number of these, right? Probably, since this is one equation and two unknowns, I guess there's an infinite number of x and y, but whatever they are, it's always going to resolve to this particular fraction. I think that's true, but in any event, this is what I got, minus 101 over 63.